Just like any vector field, algebraically, at every single position around here, you can sum up the field from both of these charges in that location, and you're going to get a resultant field. This field is going to look like this. Like this. Curvature going. The arrows are always going to emanate from the positive charges, and they're going to always terminate on the negative charges. Up on the top, you're going to have something that kind of looks like this. So the field is always coming out of the positive charges and always going in to the negative charges, you see? So my statement above is true. For the positive charges, you can kind of see the field is emanating from the positive charges. The arrows are always going out from the positive charges. For the negative charge, the field is always going in to the negative charge. So you can kind of forget about this and say, well, this kind of looks like it's radially directed away. And this one, kind of looks like it's radially directed away. It's just that when I put them both together, because these fields between both of them are kind of adding up together at every single position, you kind of get this kind of
Thank you.
charge sitting in the field follows the direction of the lines. Direction of the field lines. Okay? Let me make sure you understand that. So let's say this is rigidly attached here, they can't move, right? And this electric field configuration is set up between these two guys. So I have arrows coming down like this, right? If I take a positive charge, and I put it inside this field here, we know that any charged particle that you put inside of an electric field is going to begin to move, as we've told you before. And we're telling you here it's going to move in the direction of the electric field lines. That means if I put a positive charge here, it's going to begin to move down. If I put a positive charge here, it's going to begin to move down. If I put a positive charge here, it's going to begin to move up. If I put a positive charge here, it's going to begin to move up. Right? Make sure you understand that that makes sense from what you know. electric field present at that location. So it's really one of the most simple equations in physics. That's it. That is the force between the force acting on a charged particle and an electric field. And you will see in just a few moments this is completely consistent with Coulomb's force law. So you're really not learning anything different or new. It's just a different way of writing what you already know. Q naught. I'm using Q naught just because it can get confusing having the Q's associated with who's creating the field and the Q associated with who's sitting in the field that we're trying to study the field, right? So I'm going to try to use Q naught if I can to show you that it's like a test charge. So let me sort of write that down. Q naught, I'm going to say, is a test charge. And that just means, it's nothing fancy, it just means that there's an electric field here. It's sitting out there. I stick it to the charge here, we call it Q naught because I'm trying to tell you this is not, even though this is charge, I'm not the electric field's everywhere. But at this particular point, it points in that direction with this strength, right? And this equation is telling me that the force, which means the magnitude and the direction is equal to the charge that I put in there, times the electric field vector at that point. So the electric field vector points this way. That means the force must also point that way. That's called the vector equation. It's nothing more than what you already know. You take the strength of these bars are over it. It means you need to sort of be cognizant of the fact that if your electric field is pointing in a certain direction, like it's pointing equal charge, then because it's an equation literally in the direction of these vectors is exactly the same. That's what that means. The sign takes into account the value and the direction of these vectors have to be equal to. And so that's exactly what we said before. If you have an electric field and it's going in a certain direction, we already said the charges that go along the field, positive charges go with the field, negative charges. So the positive charges need to go with the field. Is in the same direction as the electric field, right? It makes sense. That force that develops is in the same direction as the electric field, and that's what nothing too terribly new. And we already said that the positive charges divided by the value of a charge at that point. So whatever force is acting on the charge, you just take that vector quantity, you divide it by the charge that you have there, and if this equation is correct, you're going to get back the electric field that's there. It's a simple algebraic rearrangement, right? Now, we know what the actual force is from Coulomb's law. So I want you to recall that the Coulomb force law is 1 over 4 pi times the permittivity epsilon naught times Q naught divided by R squared. Now don't get too wrapped up in Q and Q naught. I mean, you have two charges and they have a force between them. Whatever you call them, Q1, Q2, or Q, big Q, little q, or whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter. They're multiplied together. Here, I just got two charges. I'm calling one of them Q naught because I've cut this Q naught up here. The other one is the one that's producing the force. I mean, producing the electric field. This is the source of the electric field here. But these two charges are in proximity to one another. There should be a force given by the Coulomb law. So just
आप सभी को निमंत्रण देता हूं इस यात्रा पे चलने जो जीवन का बल सिखाए मनुष्य का धर्म सिखाए कीचड़ से उठकर कमल बनने का कर्म सिखाएगी और इस यात्रा का नाम
now I place inside of this another charge right here. There's because we're saying, okay, if we take that charge and place it as our test charge, so we already know from what we've learned above that whatever the electric field is around this guy should, instead of a force here given by this equation right here, this equation be totally very, very important, and I could have just written it down. I could have said, guys, here's the electric field due to a point charge, but then you would have been scratching it's never going to go to zero. So when you think about it, you know, the protons that are in, you know, the Andromeda galaxy over there have generated an electric field that you yourself right now are standing in, right? In this location, right here in your living room or whatever, they're penetrating your body or whatever, and that's just sort of the way these things work. Just like gravity, because it never goes. So that's the form of equation. One more thing that I want to make sure you totally understand